Hey, it's your good old friend, the Smoking D. I'm doing a little video off of this phone here to show you my latest project I've been doing. The title is still in the works, but I keep on coming up with the idea of calling it the Arcane Sewers. But I got it all laid out with not all the embellishments on there, but I would like to share my work with you all because what's the fun of doing all this stuff if you can't let everybody see it? It's kind of like an art exhibit in a sense. So, yeah. It took me a little while, and this is what I got. You can see when they first come in, they come in towards the sewers, like on these little stairwells that are also detachable that I made. Just pretty much took some toothpicks and angled them at the right way and hit them with some colors. You got your nasty sewer with floaters and all that junk in there, and even on the walls every once in a while. You see if I can focus in on that. Well, it's hard to tell, but that right there, I don't know if you have ever seen a swarm of rats, but the miniature that was put out in plastic not too long ago, little bridge, of course it pops out as also. Anyways, the rats really stink. You can't use them for the idea of swarming somebody because it's a big hills. So we carved a couple of them out and threw them out in the sewers for embellishment. Almost looks like a turd. Not like to be confused with the turds that we did put into the actual sewer. But, you know, a couple areas, and don't tell my players, but that's not supposed to be there. Oops. Anyways, you know, then fire pit, and one of the rooms, and the idea over here for this room is supposed to be up like such, and it's a drawbridge, you know. I was still debating if I wanted to maybe put a little hack into the cardboard itself so it could just stand up like that. Then when it gets lowered, I can put it down like that. First attempt at making some natural cave rooms. Use some flocking and such to make it look like it was kind of recently dug out in rough terrain. And I don't know, to me, I kind of look at my cave like it's a big gingerbread cookie, but I don't know. I guess it'll work, you know? And then we got the last final boss chamber with none of the embellishments in it because I don't want to have any clues for that as far as being leaked on the web. And we got a big vortex pool over here, which is the answer to the reason of how the city above has had sanitations for so many hundreds of years, and they still don't know how it works. They just flush it down the toilet, and that's that. Much like we do today in our modern society, we don't know where it goes. We just care if it goes away. And that's it. Just wanted to give you guys a little share. Try to step back and give you a panoramic of everything there. And, yeah, I don't know. Don't get me wrong, I'm an old school gamer. I'm in my early 30s. I've been playing for a very long time. I was trying to play with my brothers before I was even old enough to play with them. And I don't understand why people are so adamantly grid or gridless. To me, it's all fun. Gridding is a little bit more effort. I've said this before in one of my other videos, but I think it really shines through when you get something completed all the way to fruition. So that kind of, like, you know, gives me the pat on the back as far as the acknowledgement, like, I know this is going to be fun when we play through it, and I know the players are really going to like it. And one of my players here that was giggling at me, if you heard earlier, but I guess some people get a sneak preview, because anyways, like I said, I'm putting this on the internet, so if she sees it when I'm putting it together, I guess it's not that big of a deal. She doesn't know the encounter. She doesn't know where the doors are. She doesn't know where the secret stuff is and all that stuff. Anyways.
And your secret's safe with me.
Oh, all right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Like I said, basically, DM Scotty's techniques. Got to give him his credits. And more or less just start with graph paper and a pencil and some imagination and just let it go, and then from there fill in all the gaps. And like I said, also I know I made a lot of specialized tiles because it is a sewer and I wanted to make it look special, but also I did make a lot of rudimentary basic blank tiles to incorporate into your collection that you've got going, so you could use it to reorganize and reshuffle. Because afterwards what I do is I'll take the map that I made on the graph paper and cut it up into individual pieces and put those down on like cardstock or something like that, and then I can save those for later reference to know what pieces I have and piece together a small dungeon, and then write that out into a piece of graph paper, and then boom, you got yourself another whole new dungeon with recycled parts. So it can keep going and going and going versus, you know, doing the single epic encounter, which I'm sure I'll do a couple of them. I'm going to reserve those for higher level, because if you kind of recycle the epic encounter, it kind of becomes not so epic anymore. That being the idea behind it. And, I don't know. I guess that's the long and the short I just wanted to show, and I hope you guys enjoyed. One last peep. Ooh. Okay, I'm done.